And we're live for a brief moment here. Ah, man. I had to go grab a couple of things before I got started. Let's see. Blade, you there? I don't think he's back yet. So we got Blade today. He likes to take a shower sometimes early morning. So I joined him. I went and jumped out and took mine as well. Now, Monday Madness is focused around just going over replays. We're newer to it, so honestly don't expect, professional criticism towards myself inside the middle of a match. But I can try. Now, it's like I know a lot of people aren't going to be able to catch this the second it comes out. So, I'm not really worried about people watching as it's going live. This is more of a just getting it out there. So, yeah. How to monologue 101. I could try my hardest. Alrighty, well, what was the last... Ooh, wow, just jumping all over the place there. Well, first things first, let's go ahead and just jump right into a replay. So this one's from last week. I haven't really taken the time out to update it yet, so let's go ahead, jump in. And for our first match, we have Malinovka. Malinovka is probably going to be one of my least favorite maps, but at the same time, it's still a good map. Mostly scout tanks are going to dominate on this map, and as you can see, we're bottom tier. So, I got Toto inside this match. We're both running light tanks. This is to start off. It's like I had a Cliff Bar. I wanted to eat it. So all right. So off right off the bat, Malinovka. The bushes in the center, they can be used in multiple ways. So light tanks, you're gonna be able to pull up in that center and just not have much of a problem. We've already got early spots all the way across the map. This position that I'm in, most light tanks, this is just a really good spot. You don't have to push up too far. You kick back, relax right here, and just go absolutely bonkers.
Target locked.
So moving up, there's a couple of bushes. You don't really want to push out too far in Malinovka because you got tanks up on the top right, a couple down at the bottom left, and if you push up too far, you're gonna get punished. So I like to take it nice and slow, usually on Malinovka. No point in rushing in. Like right there, we just got spotted. Now it's time to back up and just stay in cover. We're getting some spot assist already up to 1200 within the first 2 minutes of the match. We've gotten one shot off. Not really looking to do damage with the gun, just making sure the team has eyes. We only have a couple of guys helping us out, but you know what? We're preventing them from trying to push left. They believe the combat's coming here. So we have one tank destroyer to our right, and then we got Toto and a heavy tank right behind us. Toto is actually lobbing shells down there just to hit targets.
Ready to fire on target.
You know, hit them a little bit, make them not rush out, not want to leave. We also have artillery support. One of the artilleries is actually just lobbing shells down there with us. So my goal is to try and keep everything down there spotted for artillery, and to try and move to more aggressive locations and just hold. Now, the Roger Dodger, I was sitting here like, who's spotting him out? Because I don't think I was, because I was a little bit too low from where he was and where I am. I'm just trying to make sure that I knock down trees, use bushes, and, you know, make a little bit more camouflage. But these trees, I'm not 100% sure if they work as well as the ones that actually have leaves. So, it's something that I'm looking forward to testing coming next week. And pulling out right here, Roger Dodger decides to try and aim at us, which as soon as he did, he angled his turret against a tank destroyer in the wrong way and just went right through the side. Now, from this position, there's a couple things we can do. We can try and go right, drop down, come back up, and then have overlay spots, but instead, pulling up, driving along the edge here, you know, we're just dodging gunfire, dropping down low just to try and spot out 2 artilleries, couple of mediums, making sure to hit a few trees to try and get us more cover. And from right here, pulling off, just trying to cover the tank as much as we can from being spotted, or making it to where they're going to have to pull up farther to get shots on us. Now, I'm unspotted, and this is a position that's nice. You don't really have to push out too far. You know, you're going to have to move around just a tad bit because these are bigger bushes. They amplify camouflage in both directions, so you got to try and drive through it to spot the people behind them. And right there, we spotted out the E50. Taking a pop shot, knowing that we can. He was way outside our view range, or out of our safety barrier. And along with that, all the tanks on the right side aren't spotted anymore, which means that they're either behind cover or they're just outside the view range in general. So, safe to take a shot. And this match was just an absolute steamroll. I mean, we lost 2 tanks. And it's not even been... It's only been 5 minutes, we've only lost 2 tanks. We're spotted, Object 140, we're getting all the nice juicy spot assist off of them. Pulling up and around, we all know where artillery sits on Melanovka. And, ooh, nice little snapshot. It's been about 6 days since this match happened. This was actually probably done on Tuesday of last week. This one was a little bit ago. Now, even though we were bottom tier, we didn't do a lot of damage. We only did 327, but where we made up was our spot assist. We're sitting at 2,986 spot assist. And primarily, if you're in a light tank and you're bottom tier, you know, playing light tanks aggressive, it's not always the best decision, even if you are top tier. Most of the time, it's always nice to be a little bit more passive and just try to scout out as much of the map as you can. Because if you're getting shot from 500 meters and you got a scout tank near you, your best bet's just to try and blind fire whoever's shooting you. You don't know who they are. You don't know if it's a heavy tank, medium, or a light tank. So, scouts can be extremely effective. And yeah, they're just fantastic. We got a couple of scout replays today. Along with that, we also have some tank destroyers, and there's a couple. So 3,680 spot assist. 76,000 silver. That was a pretty good run. And 473 dealt with 4 penetrating shots. We didn't shoot a whole lot of rounds that match. We only shot 8 rounds. Still a good little run. Lots of spot assist. Honestly, spot assist is probably the best way to go inside of a light tank. Now, second replay here is on highway. Honestly, this is in here. I don't even remember what it is. So, come on. How long is this loading screen? Oh wait, this is how they all feel. Oh. Alright, here we go. I actually want to wait for Blade to get back before we do this one. So let's go ahead and we will jump over to Properovka night. This one is, yeah, it's in the Yaguru. This match happened on Thursday of last week, maybe Friday. I've been jumping into my Yaguru a little bit more, just enjoying that heat pin. 420 millimeters of penetration, and just no problem going through the armor. Now, Properovka, there's a couple of positions that you can take on this map. Driving up the center, if you're in a haul down tank, can be extremely... It can be very nice. But a lot of the time, concealment is your best friend on this map, so I like to go left. And right there, I'm calling out help to the light tank, kind of hoping that he's going to pull up and spot out a couple of people on that side. Now, the Jagdpanzer E100, the boss, it's up there for tier 10 tank destroyers. It's got to be probably one of my most played, other than the OE3. The OE3, I really like the armor on the OE3. I got it before they screwed with the lower plate and debuffed it a tad bit. I've actually had that tank all the way since, I'd say, going back to probably the yeah, back in 360 whenever I first swapped over to Xbox One. And right there, 1,107 damage right away. No issues with throwing out damage inside of Yaguru. 22-second reload, 21-second reload. But the payoff is always nice. Now, this Trailblazer, I do remember this. I tried snapping them. I believe I shot a little bit too early. If I would have waited like half a second longer, or if I would have held my shell, I probably would have hit, or I would have been able to hit that medium tank off in the distance, the Object 140. Just taking a look around the map. I got a shell ready. The light tank would be nice to hit, but you know, there's a couple of real big threats out there. We got the Mouse. That's a lot of armor that can push up and spot everybody out on this side. There's also the OE4, which has that 375 APCR premium ammunition pin, which can hurt a lot if he hits. So he's one of the top targets to take out, especially inside of the Yaguru. We're still loading standard rounds right now, because there's no point to load the heat yet. But against that Mouse, I'd say loading heat would be best bet. Even though we have 299 standard pin, I'm probably going to be loading heat against that Mouse. Now, our light tank is already out of the match. The enemy light tank is also out of the match, so our heavies have to kind of push up to try and provide the spotting. And so far we've only managed to get one shell off for 1,107. A little bit of spot assist, maybe even track assist, and now there's big guns in the background that we want to try and take out. Fired a shell and missed. Ooh, you know, that 22-second counter, or 21-second counter for your reload, it can be a pain, because in the course of that time, they can come up, they can hit your team, they can put out 1,000 damage, or even 2,000 damage, depending on what's shooting. Now, the Waffle, he's a big threat. We want to take him down as quick as we can. With that autoloader, with that 37-second reload, with its 15 centimeter, 800 damage, 3-shot clip, yeah, we want to get him out as fast as we can. And there's another Waffle off in the background. Well, you look at that. Take down one, and he's trying to get revenge. Lucky for us, we're backing down a hill, and the only thing he does is track us. Now, we're quite a ways out. You know, I probably should have tried to push up, but as I'm kind of happy I didn't, because now the team's just slowly dying. We got one tank up front, that's the E100. This E100, he was doing pretty good, and honestly, he sent me a message after the game saying get good and everything else, and it was like, there's no point in doing that. You know, there's a reason why I'm behind you. I'm sitting here with a 20-second reload. If I go up, and the time it takes me to get one shell off, I'm probably going to get hit 3 times. And by that point, if my hit points are gone, so are yours. And getting a couple messages from Blade. Another Waffle off in the distance, just slowly trying to find a spot to shoot, and boom, 1,168 damage. Nice juicy shot. STI, Waffle E100. The Waffle's pretty low health, and you know, not exactly the thickest turret with that 14 millimeters. So the STI is kind of what we want to shoot at, and I have no clue where that shell went. It probably went a little bit low and hit the ground. But so far, we're already sitting at 3,900 damage if you round it off. The Object 140 is still up there. The SU-130PM behind him just got taken out. Tried to get a shot on him, but for how low he was down that hill, I wasn't expecting a whole lot. STI. Nope, ST1. That's right, ST1. 1,063, and then E100 got a shell in to finish him off. So far, that E100 should be excited for all the spot assist that he's getting off of us.
Focus on this location. Ready to fire.
Now that the match has been going on a tad bit, the sides are kind of evened out. We've got one heavy left, two heavies, one medium, 2 tank destroyers. All they have left is 3 heavies and 2 artillery. Now it's time to kind of push in, because we're losing spotting on that left side, and getting my big gun up and close now is just going to help out the team more than sitting in the background. Artillery pokes out. I see the Tiger 2 coming up, and Tiger 2 is the target. Now, right here, this is something I'm going to throw out. I know the location of the ammo rack on the Tiger 2, and whenever I'm in my Yaguru, aiming at ammo racks is kind of my goal, because I want to pop your rack. I don't want to kick back. I don't want to just sit there and wait to get that shot off. I want to make sure that every single shot counts. And loading heat, he stood no chance, especially with the side armor only being 80 millimeters on that Tiger 2. Stood absolutely no chance. Just ripped right through it. Tried getting a good game out there, but since they did the instant end, it's kind of sucks. Can't really do a good game at the end of the lobby anymore, that little interaction with the group. So this wasn't exactly a mastery badge for this match, but what it was a high caliber, and just showing how effective it can be to stay in the background and not worry about all the experience that you can probably get your hands on. Try and support the team that's up front and just take over. There's a couple of Properovka replays up here, so we'll try and jump over them and separate them out. Up next is Live Oaks. Live Oaks it's a map I don't mind. it can be a little bit of a pain at times, especially whenever they did the True Vision. True Vision on this map I felt was just a little bit wrong because of everything that you're capable of doing. The light tanks rushing down the center, spotting out everybody at the very end, and then all you had to do is park on the ridge in the background and shoot through trees at red outlines. And during that event, I found that the Jagdpanzer E100 benefited the most because of its penetration at 420 at that range. Now, this is another bottom tier as well. We are not top tier this match, but we're in a light tank. So our goal is not to do damage. Our goal is to try and scout out and keep the enemy team spotted out. Live Oaks is a pretty decent map for light tanks. It's not that bad. It could be better, but hey, you know, if it was better, then every map would be like Prapporovka. However, I am excited for whenever they do release the new version of Malinovka. I think that the new version of Malinovka is going to look really nice, especially since it's been out for the absolute longest time. What up, Grayson? The winter variant of Malinovka, I think everyone here is getting a little bit sick of it. Man, you got me having a brain fart now. Damn it, Grayson. Jumping in and just making me go poop. Anyways, how's your morning? It's like I'm just waiting for Blade to get out of the shower.
I am back.
Oh snap! You gotta be kidding me. Hello.
Yeah. I got caught up with some stuff after my shower, so it took me a little longer.
Yeah?
Yeah. But we're all good now.
Alright, sweet. Well, just going over a couple of replays. We got the one where Bark was last man on this list as well.
Awesome.
So I'd say reset your headset. You're kind of being a little weird.
I'm being a little weird.
Yeah, it's kind of got a weird static to it.
Okay. Let me see if I can fix that.
It's either that or it's your voice. Nice
Well,
and
I
raspy.
don't think it's my voice. I just reset it. I mean, right before, because I had it off before
Yeah.
while I was in the shower. But maybe it's the way it's on my head or something. I don't know.
Could be.
My hair's still wet. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, I jumped in and all of a sudden I looked at the clock and I'm like, oh snap, it's a few minutes away from 8, gotta get on. Alright, well, either way, I've already missed a little bit of this match. Camping out the middle, the right side was taken over by the team. Keeping an eye on the map, we were capable of pushing up and spotting out everybody off in the distance and just taking over. Already sitting at 4,811 spot assist. And trying to get
So you
both
must have
armies
really
out.
good camo.
Oh yeah, the LT432, fantastic camo. Crazy camo.
Most people that run out in the middle like that, like you did, just get killed.
Yeah, perks play a big part with that too. So like camouflage, green thumb, muffled shot, and there was another one.
Thank you.
So we got camouflage, green thumb,
Thank you.
muffled shot.
I'll
Is
bring it
there
right
one
back
more?
to you.
Blade?
What?
Would you say that there's 4 camouflage perks? Well, we got Brothers in Arms too. Brothers in Arms
Well-
also increases the camouflage.
Right. Brothers in Arms. Green Thumb.
Yeah.
Camo.
Muffled
and then
shot.
Muffled shot.
Would that be it?
I think that is it.
Yeah. I feel like
For
there's one more.
That particular.
Well, silent driving for medium tanks and heavy tanks, but it's not too
Well, I
effective
guess that-
for...
Yeah, I mean, I guess silent driving, you could use it as that, but
Yeah, for mediums, though. On light tanks, it's not as
but
useful.
that's only if you're on the move. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Well, for
And
the
most of the
M48
time-
Patton, it helps out. Right here, I made a massive mistake. I should have waited for the team to catch up to me, because they would have had nice, good side shots in that GWE 100. So my mistake right there, and I got taken out of the match. You know, that's why we're going over the replays. We're reviewing what we could have done better and strategies that we use.
Yeah, that was a big mistake there.
Yeah, it was a huge mistake. I pulled out and I'm just like, oh, I'm so screwed. Honestly, I was watching that Drog and I was thinking to myself, are you kidding me? I could have fell back and helped him. You know, that's what was going through my head in the middle of that match. Stopping, looking over, just checking out everything that we had up. Well, stop coughing and stop dying. It's not helping. And
I couldn't mute my mic. No. Sorry. I hate when I do that. It pisses me off.
And right here, if we would have fallen back, take out that 113, we wouldn't have lost 2 tanks. We lost a 48 Patton and a Dragon, because I decided to try and rush that artillery. Honestly, if I would have rushed the artillery the second he was spotted, I probably would have got him. But I took way too long because of the Foch 155.
Yep. Now the Foch is something to be worried about, especially in a light tank.
Oh yeah, I think it's a 4-shot 155.
Well, the Foch is something to be worried about no matter what tank you're in.
Oh, definitely.
Because they will do some damage to you in a hurry.
Yeah. They hurt. Alrighty, Blade, you want to save that replay for the end, or would you like to do it next? It had
I don't know what else you
you,
got.
me, Alpha, and Bark. Basically, a lot of light tank runs throughout the day.
I'd save it for the end.
Yeah, save it for the end.
Yep.
Alright, well, you know, if people are watching this as it's recorded, just skip to the end if you want to see it. So we only did 223 damage, but we got 5,400 spot assist. And that put us at second place on the board. So just because you're bottom tier doesn't mean that you can't outperform a tier 10. And yeah, there's a lot of Milanovkas on this list today. There's 3 of them. Look at that, Properovka. Wait, I said Milanovka. I meant Properovka. What am I doing?
Somebody's hollering at me.
Oh, go ahead, take your time. Bye.
I ain't going nowhere.
Oh, okay.
I'm right here.
All the 60 TP.
Look at all the spotting you got. Holy shit, 5,000 spotting is awesome.
I like how he's just catching up. The next replay is in the 60 TP. We had a Know Your Tank pop up last week with this tank. 60 TP's probably got to be one of my favorite tier 10 heavies. I mean, honestly, I like all my tier 10s, but this one, I pull this out whenever I'm trying to be as competitive as I can be. And Blade has seen that happen a few times inside the 60 TP.
Yes, several times.
Oh yeah, just go nuts. Tell her I said hi. Blade?
Yeah, I'm sorry, my wife was calling me. I told you I had to get up.
Yeah,
I was still here, though.
Muting the headset.
I was
I was
listening.
like, tell her I said hi.
Oh. Trevor says hi. He says hi, Trevor. She hollers from the other room.
Awesome. So yeah, Milanovka.
She thinks it's awesome. She thinks it's awesome to play together.
Oh, all the time. Milanovka, Blade. We always go the same way. Like one of these times, let's change it up and head up to the other side, because honestly, ever since they reworked the map, that hill is just not as good as it used to be.
No, we used to go hill all the time.
Yeah, and then
now,
once they did the
I don't
rework,
ever go hill.
yeah, they took away all the foliage that was up there once upon a time, and Now you can't pull up and just stay concealed the whole time you're up there.
Yeah, there's no cover. That's for
None.
sure.
Yeah, you get spotted out, you get shot from the far left or the far right, depending on which way you're coming up the hill. You know, you're always going to get shot from the middle.
Yep.
Honestly, it's like whatever side wins the middle, wins to push down the middle, that's where it's at. Now, right here I'm loading high explosives because there's a lot of people that like to go haul down in the center. And all I like to do is throw high explosives down the middle. Oh wow, that shot rolled super
Especially
high on
on
the turtle.
UDES.
Oh yeah, especially on a UDES. You know, it's like if I was shooting the 150, like just regular AP rounds at him, I would have auto bounced. So
Yep.
I'm just gonna lob high explosives because those are gonna explode on impact.
Friendly vehicle destroyed.
Turtle. Oh my god. I completely forgot about that. Just all those, like the one shot in the UDES hits him directly, and then all the rest of them just go flying
Yeah, it's like, where'd my hand go?
Ready to fire.
out the window apparently.
Wow.
Yeah,
That
saw
one
him.
just, it's like he stopped just in time.
Yeah, that's what it was feeling like. A lot.
I had that yesterday. Every shot I made, it was like I'd shoot and they'd stop right when I was shooting them.
2.5 seconds.
It's like, oh. I know. But yeah, it's definitely high explosives. I use a lot of high explosives, especially on the light tanks and the tank destroyers. Oh, it's funny. RNG at its best.
Well, that was weird. Had a phone call come in and, you know, answer. It's like, it says it's from my area, and then just dead silent.
Yeah, I've been getting a bunch of enrollment for, you know, health insurance enrollment is now coming up. So it's like, you know, why are you calling me? I have health insurance.
Yeah.
I'm disabled. I get Medicare. I don't need health insurance.
No,
Well, I
for
don't
me,
know.
it's always like, you know, your extended warranty for your car. No, I'm good.
Ready to fire.
Right?
So yeah, the 60 TP though, in this position here, you know, our scout tanks, they all rushed in and died. The enemies have still got 2 scout tanks up. We only have 1. And our 1 scout, I don't even know where he's at. You know? It's like looking around, what's he doing? Is he trying to take on the hill with all the heavies?
I don't know. I don't even see him.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
on
he
the
must
hill.
be over there on the hill.
Yeah, he's on the hill.
And what good is he going to be over there?
He's
You know?
not, but oh man, that snapshot right there, just that quick pull of the trigger on that RU-251 knocked him out. So they're down another light tank, and this play was just, you know, like a lot of people, they're always focused on the mediums and they always try rushing up to hit the mediums, but honestly, if you were just to avoid the hill and let light tanks go up on the left side just to get spots on the hill in the center,
Yep.
and everyone loads high explosives in the back, people will stop. You know, no one will go there anymore because it's like the only way to spot us out is by pulling over the hill.
Right.
And if you got to pull over the hill, you're putting yourself in just a huge disadvantage. Suddenly, your hull down position's gone, and everything else. So like, use the maximum spotting range just to your advantage. And against this UDES, you know, try and get an angle to go up against them. And right here, the hatch on the UDES, it's not exactly a thick hatch, but just extremely well angled and over like 130 millimeters of armor. So, kind of happy I still have a
Makes
few
it
high
hard to pin.
explosives. Oh yeah, it does. I got a few high explosives left though, so we're gonna put him through a bad day. And ooh, Waffle Panzer IV right behind us. So pulling forward now, we don't want to back up anymore.
Definitely don't want to give him your lower plate.
slight angle to it. Checking behind me.
I wish there wasn't
was that, a
20
ghost?
seconds behind you.
I think that was a ghost shot that I pulled on him. Like, he pulled up and just, boom, ghost shell. I'm just kicking there, waiting for the reload. And Waffle Panzer 4. Ah, do we get the kill? I don't think we do. No, we get the spot assist though. We pulled up and got the spot assist on that. So since we have our light tank died in right, by the way. T-30's coming up. Oh man, tried pulling a snapshot, but I completely missed that. It hit the building. Now breaking everything else behind us, and ooh, light tank pushing up. So now I know it's time to push in. Put the barrel in the way, as I've been talking about in a couple of videos. You know, it's a thick enough gun to block shells. Oh, you'll see this one. This one was extremely well planned. And the light tank behind us, it's like we got a medium and tank destroyer behind us, but he's just not coming. And now the T-30's loading premium, so the gun basically acts as spaced armor by that point, which will decrease the penetration of heat rounds, or AP.
Yep.
And now, slight angle, along with that, putting the gun in the way to act as spaced armor. Light tank has been taken out, and the T-30's out. So, small little engagement, 3 kills, 7 shots at pen for 3,481, and a spot assist of 1,600. And we probably spot assisted that Panzer IV's health, all of it. That might have been all the spot assist right there.
Yep.
Ricochet
about
3,330 though. Yeah, that was a pretty good run for ricochets. I mean, look at the health. We're down to 69 hit points. What a great number. Yeah, you gotta have a little bit of comedy there.
Yeah, like I said, I just wish I wasn't 30 seconds behind you while I'm watching.
It's alright. One of these days we'll find a way to get you on the dot. Ooh, do I get any of these? I don't think I do. I think that my time in the match is up for this one. You know, it's not exactly a top play, but it's a play that had to be done.
I may not make it to get the hard case. I'm up a little bit short on XP.
Yeah, the 50,000 a day.
Yeah. I mean, the 50,000 a day isn't too bad, but like,
well, it's 9s and 10s
that first,
the whole time. You know, like that's just not that fun.
And the first day, instead of going ahead and getting my 50,000, I left myself 15,000 short. So, you know, I got to make that up. I needed to hit 100,000 yesterday, and I'm not even close, I don't think.
Oh.
I think I'm at like 75, which means I'd have to get, what, 75,000 XP today?
Yeah.
To make up for it.
And the Valor drowned himself. I never knew that the water over there was actually that shallow. I mean, you got to really get in there to drown yourself, and yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to find the right fucking spot.
Yeah, like you got to really get in there. So look at this, the E50. Yeah, a lot of these were by myself this week, Blade.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. There's a couple of them as a group.
Well, that's because you did them at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Well, yeah, it's because, you know, I catch a good match. I'm going to catch a good match, you know.
Sure.
It's like if we have good matches whenever everyone's on.
Did you save any of our good matches?
Yes.
We had a couple really good matches.
I mean, a few of them got caught on stream that, you know, I couldn't exactly go back and save.
There was that. That's true.
You know, like the IS rush that we pulled off, that was just crazy.
Oh, yeah. That was fun.
What was that? Like 5,000 damage? You did like 4,000. It was.
We had 9,000. We had 9,000, almost 10,000 damage combined.
Yeah. Just
and
between
that
the
was
two
without
of us.
any assist.
Yeah. Well, no, we had the tier 8 Patriot come with us, but he got knocked out, and then it turned into a 2v5.
Yep.
That was still such a good match. It's like I'm still learning how to trim it out of that video. Now inside the E50
so many
or
shots
on Mountain Pass in general, If I'm in a medium tank or heavy tank, honestly, it doesn't matter. I like to come to this position just to spot everybody out across the way. That way we know what's going left. And honestly, I wasn't expecting to pull out and see 1,100 assists right away. Already jumped in up to 13.
Nice.
Man, I was sitting here and right there.
That she was like,
right
what?
there. I watched that happen, and the first thing that went through my head was, holy crap, that was awesome. I'm like, I'm happy that wasn't me.
Right.
Oh,
And he's just gonna sit there and let you kill him. And
oh, dude, it was just wait. You know, you'll see it pop up. It was like, holy crap. That the IS-7, you know, their top armor is only 30 millimeters over the entire top.
right.
So it's
Yep.
like trying to sit out in the open against artillery. You're gonna get hurt. You're gonna get hurt bad. So already
Oh, you
looking
made
at
that Type 4 use his repair kit.
yeah, he you know he didn't want to be stuck out there.
Nope.
So
You know he was mad. He's backing up. He wants to shoot you. You know he does.
a lot of people
Oh, and
wanted
then
to
you put
shoot me
another
by
one.
the time we were done with that. We're already sitting at, you know, almost 2,000 delt, just a little bit shy, and 4,200 spot
Yeah, you-
assist.
And that was in the first minute and 45 seconds.
Yeah, it was fast. It went fast.
Oh, and look. There's that insta-kill.
Yep. Like, how far behind are you?
I'm about 25 seconds.
It's like you just watched
Let me
the.
put it this way. You just, let's see, you just shot the IS. The tank destroyer.
Oh, the T-57.
Which one is it? Yeah. Oh, there's your first kill.
All right.
And now you just asked me how far behind I was.
Oh,
Well, that's how
okay.
far behind I am.
OE4, you know, he got into a really nice spot against us. I can't back up. I can't pull forward. There's shots behind me. There's shots in front of me. I'm just in a bad spot. So, you know, do the best with what you got. Honestly, it's like I already put in a lot of work this match. So it was like, you know, I'm already sitting at 3,800 almost with 4,700 assists. Honestly, at this point in the match, I was like, you know what, I think I'm done. I think I'm done, you know, and I got taken out. This match goes on for quite some time, too. You know, it's like right there, what would you say? So we got, let's say, about 8,000. Yeah, about 8,400 combined in total. With with one ricochet. That one ricochet, that sucked a little bit. Right here, I'm just keeping an eye on the team and scrolling through. I kind of wanted to kick back and watch the rest of this match play out. And just zooming by, checking out where the action is. The 50 TP here, like I don't know what was going through his brain. But then again, it is 2 in the morning that I did record this match, so he was probably tired. You know, probably the last match for this 50 TP of the day. Blade? I think he just disappeared on us. E100. I remember swapping over to this guy thinking to myself, what did you just do? Oh, you got stuck. Waffles out, and for a moment there I thought the 257 was going to take it back and take out the 50 TP and then slowly eat off the hit points of the E100.
Sorry, we're having a little crisis here.
No problem. Ooh, that OE4. He's
Oh,
putting...
that E100 just got himself stuck in me.
I like how far behind you are. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, it's like 25 seconds or so. I don't know
mean-
why you gotta have that much of a delay. You could probably cut that down to about 15-second delay.
It's automatic. I have no.
I bet there's
yeah.
a setting in there.
It's
I bet
on
there's
the
a setting
lowest.
somewhere.
It's on the lowest. It's low latency, so I run at a higher kilobyte setting. No faster replies. If anyone wants to comment, you know.
Yeah.
Grayson having a good day. Nice to know that. No,
My
slightly
wife's
waving.
having a bad day.
Oh, what's going on? Never mind. We'll talk about that after.
Yeah.
E100, dude, he's still stuck. Look at this. 50 TP coming over to try and get him unstuck. There you go. He's unstuck.
See, and I ain't even seen that yet. I just see
it's
you
coming.
sitting there looking at him. He's going, oh, he ain't go nowhere.
Yeah, that 50 TP is like, you want to get unstuck? Here we go. But it took somebody to get him unstuck, you know? It was like, he was stuck. You know, Wargaming, debuff the rocks are too overpowered. I actually think that we got a little bit more damage than what it says right there, or maybe even more spot assist, because I remember seeing a few numbers roll off before we died.
$3,700 damage, 4,700 spotting. That's
Yeah, it was a good
that's
run.
ridiculous.
You know, the E50, even though it's got a, you know, only 216 effective armor on the turret, it still performs very well.
See, and with all the assist damage I get all the time, if I ever get to where I can do damage like you do, I'll fucking 3-mark every tank I have.
Dude, I felt bad for this grill, because honestly, it looks like he was firing AP rounds and he just tracked the Object 260. The 260's got a lot of spaced armor on the side. So, like, whenever you're aiming at Russian tanks, you want to aim just a tad bit lower on them and try and hit, like, the drive wheels all along the bottom. Because if you aim a little bit too high near, like, that corner, that's just nothing but spaced armor. And it will just force your shell to bounce around for a second, scrape off the top, and then scrape off the bottom. Yeah, 5,465 assisted. We did do more. And then we also got another shot in, too, for a total of 4,147. That was a good run. We also had a scout medal in patrol duty. Top of the board, and we died halfway through. So
Look at
that just
9,500, 600 damage.
Yeah, combined 9,500. Another Properovka. I don't even know which one this is. There was 3 of them. I didn't want to do Properovka back to back to back.
Right. Well, I can understand that.
Yeah, swap them around a little bit. Now the replays are all mixed up. Maybe up next we can do a T95. Actually, yeah, we'll do my first match in the T95. All right, what are we in? The 121? Oh, yeah. I remember this one. This one wasn't exactly the highlight of the week, but this is something that I wanted to throw out there. So we had the enemies have 2 light tanks. We have 1 light tank, but you know the way that the 121 acts, it's got really high concealment for a medium tank. So I wanted to use that concealment to the fullest. Right off the bat, just heading up left, like always though. I think I was looking away for a second, ramming people. Awesome.
You know,
meant to say sorry.
They don't really have anything too terribly scary on their side.
No, not really. You know, just artillery.
Real. Yeah, the artillery, you know.
It doesn't matter what artillery is. Artillery is artillery. It still hurts.
Yep, every time.
Every time.
They
can splash you for 1,000. They can hit you for all your health, and yeah.
Like I told you, I was in my Kragenbahn and had a tier 8 artillery hit me and kill my entire crew and only do like 400 damage to me. But killed all my crew, which caused my tank to self-destruct.
Yeah, just complete wipe. You know.
Yeah, and
gone.
it's like, really? I mean, and what's really bad is he didn't even get the damage part. All he got was the 400 or 500 damage he did to me.
And now, it should be like an instant all health gone, you know?
Right.
That should be how that works. So right here, we get spotted out by the Trailblazer coming up, and Now it's time to just try and rush down. I'm not dealing with that track. We're hitting that repair kit. Yeah, we got hit pretty hard too. I don't even know what hit me. Find out in a second though.
I haven't even seen
Something
you get
big.
hit yet. We'll have to see how hard you got hit.
Oh, I got hit hard. Almost half my health.
Oh,
Yeah, nice good hard hit.
it was a super cock.
No, it was a single shot, or might have been a double. Might have been a double.
I think it was a super cock and the tiger both double tapped you.
The tiger tracked me though, and then I repaired my track, and then I got hit. There's a Ferdinand out there.
Oh, VK? Maybe it was the VK.
All
Maybe
I
it
know
was
is
the
is
VK
right
and the
here.
Conqueror.
We got some nice good camouflage shots, so we're gonna take those. Couple of bushes in the way. You can throw shots out behind. If you got like 2 or 3 bushes in front of you, you're safe to take shots as long as there's no one on your right side spotting you out or no one on your left side spotting you out. I think that
No, I'm talking to my wife and trying to talk with you.
no, just
Oh.
go ahead and mute your headset. So the Tiger 2. You know, there's been a lot more tigers popping up. Ooh, dirty little snap. All I did was tap RB once and pull the trigger. Vertical
I think the
stabilizers.
Tiger 2's armor is way too weak. Just
Yeah,
saying.
it needs a buff.
For what it
really
should be.
does.
Yep. I mean, for what the Tigers were back in the day, yeah, they had better armor than that.
Yeah, now they're just a little on the low side now.
Yeah, I mean, they did a true story about the T-34. There was a platoon of them.
Yeah, it was something like, but that was against the Tiger 1 though, right? Tiger 1 took on like 24.
By itself.
Yeah. Took on like 24 T-34s and just wiped them all out. Covered in marks. So, this play, you know, this wasn't exactly like a highlight, but it's what I had to do. Our light tank rushed in nice and early, got taken out, and what the 121 is capable of doing. What is up with 69 hit points today? This is match number 2 at 69 hit points. Is that why I'm saving them? You know, just for the lulz. All right, but jumping back into it, the 121, you got a lot of concealment inside this tank. Really good view range if you have the right setup, and just being able to rush up along the side of the bushes and pull up. It just, yeah, you know, you got to make plays. Sometimes your light tanks, they don't perform, so you got to pull in and try to perform.
That's what I like about my Pajero 60. I was on that map, on the other side, got up in that bush up on top of that hill, and did 4,800 damage in the game. Never spotted.
Yeah. So 5,000 spot assist. So far our damage is not exactly up there, but it's like we pushed up, we spotted out that entire side. So we allowed the team to do damage. I'm just getting stuck in all sorts of stuff. You know, getting stuck on rocks, watching E100 get stuck, and here I am trying to drive up a dead tank and almost get stuck on the top of it.
You flipping over Dodo was pretty funny.
Oh yeah, that was so 5,000
And then
spot
what'd
assist.
you keep running into him for? If you'd have just left him alone, he'd have flipped over a lot faster.
I thought I was drowning him, so I had to get him out of the water. All right, which one's this? El Haloof. Ooh, I remember this one. The T50-2. This tank is just so derpy.
See, that
It's
last
another-
match is just ending.
Yeah, this is a. You
Which
know,
match is this?
It's a tier 6. This is I was playing with drunk
Oh.
Jones. It was during the same time that I got the video for the Thunderbolt replay. But you know, I had a couple of too drunk Jones. Yeah, funny gamer tag. Guy's pretty cool too.
Yep.
El Haloof, there's a lot of things you can do on this map. You know, if you're in a heavy tank going up in the heavy alley up at the top left of the map there, that's usually where you want to go in heavy tanks. But light tanks and medium tanks, depending on the medium tank, you want to go to that heavy area, especially if you got the gun depression and some armor.
Yep.
You can get a lot done over there.
I can't wait until my grandson gets like up to a tier 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, this Saturday we're probably going to be doing a live stream of tier 2s, 3s, and 4s.
Awesome.
So oh, yeah, we're going to be super low tier.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah, pulling out the needle.
You know, playing the tier 1 and 2s made me remember how fun this game was.
Yeah, you know, playing 10s all day.
When you're
like,
not playing 10s.
yeah, 6 and up all day is just not that fun. Like dropping down
Yeah.
tiers, like dropping down to
Well-
I'd say 3, tier 3.
Yep, 2, 3s, and 4s were a blast. I had a blast. I mean, he doesn't have a 3 or 4 yet. I played 1s and 2s with him for about an hour and a half, and then when he had to get off because he's only got so much Xbox time.
Yeah. Another
play a
thing
lot,
is
yeah.
that tier 4s, dude, tier 4s are just a blast because you never see 6s anymore. You know, 6s are not, and they don't see tier 4s because of what they did to tier 5. Tier 5 is -1 +2, and you know, playing a tier 6, you'll never see a 4.
You know, and I told him, I said, the first thing you're gonna have to learn how to do is aim.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be the hardest part. You're going to have to learn how to aim. Once you learn how to aim, things will get easier. But right now, I had that one game. I had 89 shots on target. Pins, 89 pins.
What were you
In a tier
using?
2.
A full auto?
Yeah, I was using that premium with the, it's got like a 7-shot clip that shoots 2 rounds each. So you shoot 14 rounds.
Oh, the double barrel?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
And then
it's
And then it, it only does 8 damage a shell. But, you know, when you're throwing 16 shells out there,
yeah, it stacks
it
quick.
adds up quick. Especially against a tank that's only got, 150 hit points.
It's so mean. All right, well, jump back into the replay here. In the middle, there's a lot of bushes, everything else. We're getting spotted out probably by that Tiger P. He's probably running coated optics, maybe binoculars. Because now that he's moving around, well, no, he's not moving. So, find a spot and hold back. I was kind of waiting for artillery to start assisting us, but artillery was a little bit focused with the heavy alley. Because it's falling apart right
Yeah.
now. Yeah, so it makes sense where he was aiming. I'm trying to get a few shots off and managed to get one, but the second I did, I got spotted immediately. Definitely the Tiger P. He's spotting us. He's making us move all over the place.
Yep. Yeah, I think you're right. Because the other two that are on the other side, they can't see you from there.
Nope, just a Tiger. Tiger P. Honestly, Tiger P. That tier 7 holds up extremely well in the matchmaking.
Yeah. As soon as you shot, you were spotted.
Yep.
Can't get a shot off on that Tiger P. Looks like he'd be an easy pin from sitting on top of that hill like that.
200 armor.
No. Yeah.
Don't really want to screw around with it too much, but I mean, we're in a tier 6 and we're already sitting at 2200 spot assist.
Yep. Which is
Slowly
nice.
getting
Which means
higher.
you've pretty much been spotting everybody.
Yeah, I only have 580 hit points. So it's like I've already spotted myself and done probably 5 times my health by
At
this
least.
point in the match. So yeah, you know, Honestly, playing light tanks, there's a lot of things you got to take over. You need a good crew as well. You know, don't expect to jump in a light tank with no perks and perform as well as what this replay looks like here. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can do it with just a crew of 6 cents, but that takes a lot of knowledge of the map and where bushes are, and you probably won't be shooting as much as I do. Honestly, you might be shooting more than me. Whenever I'm playing my light tanks, I don't shoot a whole lot. Unless it's the T100 LT, then I'm all over the place in that thing. You know,
You've gotten 14 shots in this one so far. Or no,
6.
no, you got
14
6.
spot assist.
14 spot assist.
Yep. So far, it's a 4-on-4. It's looking pretty even. I should have been checking the board, though. Because looking at the tiers, finding out what they are. I know that there's a SU-130 PM up on our team. And it's like the amount of spotting that I was doing, you know, lighting up that Tiger P and the SU-130. It's like, you should have had shots, you know.
Yep, artillery should have been just killing that Tiger P. I mean, he's sitting right out in the open.
Yeah, sitting right there, and right here's a little bit of an aggressive play and trying to pull off, get away. Don't want to get hit by that 130 on the SU. That thing will just put us in the ground, especially since we only have 338 hit points.
Ow.
Honestly, the T50-2, I think you could still buy this tank. It's not super expensive, but honestly, for a tier 6, it's got some crazy statistics for a tier 6. It just has way less health, and it's kind of top heavy.
Right.
You know, you got to learn how to drive this a little bit.
Over there.
E25 is still based on the old camo system. So it holds a lot more of its camouflage rating whenever it's firing.
Right.
Full health all the way out there in the distance, too. T-34 Black. Been seeing a lot more T-34 Blacks popping up.
What the hell was artillery doing?
Getting out.
Like, why is artillery driving over there?
Nice. E25 just
Been better off
took out T-34 because we were distracting them. Yeah, I knew it. This was a pretty even match, though, the entire way through. No, one flank fell, one flank won. Now it's down to a 2v3. It's like, I'm only a tier 6, though, you know, I'm literally bottom tier. And whenever you're playing as bottom tier, especially in a light tank, it's all about mobility. You know, moving around the map and just spotting out whenever you can. So like the Tiger P, for instance, we'll spot him out in one spot. We'll take a couple pop shots from one part of the map, and then we'll move over to another area. And then, you know, as he's trying to follow us, we'll put shots in his rear or his side, then relocate again. Especially on El Haluf. Right. I find that El Haluf is a map that you can really do that on. So, pulling up behind some bushes to get some shots off.
It's a 2-on-2.
Yeah, it's a 2-on-2 now. Behind the bush. I should have been loading premium right here. But I kept on trying to hit him with just regular AP rounds. And I didn't want to sit there too long because I knew he was trying to fire at our bullet lines.
See, that tank destroyer should have easy shots on him. Like.
Should have had super easy shots, but rather than, you know, listening to my callouts, I don't know if I marked the map or not for him where he should go. But it's like, you know, if you have a scout tank and your scout tank is doing really good, you know, especially if it's a bottom tier scout tank, and, you know, like 2 kills. Honestly, if I was on a board and I saw that, I'd think to myself, he's got a strategy in mind, you know, try and follow what he's trying to do. Especially
and you were
a scout tank.
And he turned just enough that you couldn't get through.
Yep, I also had to continue to drive forward, which made it to where he was at a deeper angle. Which is why if I was loading APCR, I probably would have gone through. That Tiger P probably would have been dead a while ago if I was loading AP the whole time.
Right.
I mean, for a tier 6, you know, I put in some work this match and knocking down a few trees to get a position set up in case I gotta fall back.
Now you got as many shots as you got spotting us. 14 shots, 14 spotting.
Yep. Equaled out. Total of 5 spots and 2 kills. It was working out really well.
Yep.
2 critical hits, though. I mean, honestly, with the 57mm that the T50-2 has, you know, don't expect to break tracks often. It's not that big of a gun. You know, you'll damage them within like 3 shots, and then to take them off, it'll take you like another 2. It's just not worth the ammunition.
And when did they change it where the trees were such good camo? That didn't used to be that way.
No, it actually didn't start until they reworked maps. You know, like Malinovka doesn't work out too well, but like Fisherman's Bay, El Haluf,
Yeah.
Properovka, and Canis. Canis all have got really good camouflage now with trees.
Yeah, because I remember you used to be able to knock down trees and sit behind them and it didn't do anything.
Yeah, back in the day, no. You know, whenever 360 was connected, but after they dropped 360, they reworked a lot of the camouflage values for trees falling. And, you know, depending on the size of the tree, depending on the leaves on the tree, depends on how much of a camouflage bonus you get. You know, like the ones in Malinovka...
You can't pin that Tiger P, can you, unless you shoot him in the side or the back.
I don't even want to try to shoot him. That's why I was just keeping him spotted. And honestly, the SU-130 PM this match, I don't know what he was doing. If he was sitting over around like probably G8, G8 would have been a great spot to be sitting at right here.
Yep.
I think this is my second attempt to try and get up that spot. I just can't get up it, so I don't know why I keep on going back. Gotta drive around that. But heading back up top, I thought about it. There's not a lot of time left on the clock. I've got to cut up here and see what I can do. And then right there, you know, he's rushing up in the combat. You know, the 1:30 p.m. when he should have been staying back as a sniper. I mean,
and letting you spot him out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And instead he's going in, and there he goes.
That's what
now it's down to a 1v2.
If I'd have been with you, I'd have been like, yeah, you go spot him, I'll sit over here and take pot shots.
Yeah, but you got a headset, though. You know, we're usually in a party when we're playing together, but trying to use game mechanics and, you know, it was already too late to tell him to move anywhere else, too. You know, he was already long gone. Now, right here, you know, it's like I'm last man standing. I just want to try and get as much damage as I can thrown out. I got a really good amount of shells because I don't fire a lot of them in the beginning of the match. You know, so usually by the end of the game, I almost have a full load. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't hold my shells intentionally every single match. There's matches in my light tanks that I'll go nuts and just start firing right away. But for this one, it was
some RNG there.
Yeah. Right here, Tiger P. His gun doesn't rotate fast enough, so we can just get up on his side and we're taken out by the SU-130. You know, quite a few defeats on this Monday Madness, but you know that's why we're going over the replays. Honestly, it's like bottom tier. 1,700.
It doesn't matter how good you do if the team
2,400 spot assist. Yeah, you know, it's like, you know, you're playing a tier A premium. I understand if you're doing it to make cash, but it's like jumping into a match and then, you know, it's like your light tank's putting out all this work to try and get things going, and then here you are just like, what?
Look, you're a tier 6 and a tier 8 match and you're top of the list. That's making a difference in a low tier.
Yeah, making a huge difference in a low tier.
Yeah.
Next up, we got a T95. This is one of the replays I wanted to get out there. Just because it was like whenever I did the review on the T95, I was like, there's so many good matches. So I wanted to include this in a Monday Madness. Because in this one, there's a couple of good plays. on my part. I mean, look, 1 mark, you know. T95 though, you know, there's a lot of fun things you can do in the T95.
Right.
So, I mean, honestly, the tank, it's a solid tank. It's slow, but you got a big gun. Under a 15-second reload with a good crew, gun rammer, vents, and a premium consumable. And brothers in arms. Can't forget about that. I need to get adrenaline on my crews, because, you know, that 10% additional reload at low health might help out.
Especially when you're low on health.
Oh yeah, like the mouse, for instance. You know, you get low health inside that thing because everyone's lobbing premium at you. I'd rather be able to send shells back faster.
Yep. Oh yeah, every time I'm in my E100, people start shooting premiums at me.
All the time.
Almost every time.
Load heat and just go straight
Same
through the
thing
turret.
with the 279E.
Immediate premium every single time.
Yep.
There's almost no stopping it. Then again, the 279E though,
But then
all
I
you got to
the
do
same
is
thing. When I see a mouse or something like that, I do the same thing. I'm not going to sit there and
yeah,
waste
you're not going to sit there and just
standard
throw
rounds on 'em.
standards all day. You know,
Yep.
which is understandable. I mean, we all do it. Oh, Craft Panther, I'm so sorry. And set him on fire. Single shot, all of his hit points just gone. T95 for the win. You know, that 750 alpha with the 276 base pin, it's just a crazy gun on a tier 9. In under 15 seconds, we already did 2,000 damage. And, you know, on this map, you know, city is a big deal. You know, city is a huge deal. You need tanks to go city. Not just a couple, you know, there's certain positions to take, and honestly, with this match, it just got overwhelmed fast. Swarmed and going nuts. Just, it's like, whoa. So, right here, I'm looking at my map. I realize they're coming up behind me. I have to push up. You know, I gotta get out of there. I want to be able to get as much damage as I can out before I die. So, get a little aggressive up against this Jagdtiger here. Watching my left. Waiting for an auto spot. Coming to a stop. Enough penetration to go through the top armor of the Jagdtiger that's only 150. Now, tanks are coming up behind me. I don't want them to shoot me in the rear early. So, backing up into this little corner. Get in a better position. And throwing out another shell into the Jagdtiger. So that's 2 shells now into the Jagdtiger. Already up to 4,386 damage. And now it's just a ricochet game. How much can I block before I die? That shot right there on that comp Panza, you know, it grayed out. But with the server delay, there's moments that you can actually make a shell land before they're around the rock, which is why there's moments people are all like, okay, he just shot me through a rock. No, what actually happened was the server delay. And that's all that is. That's why hitting certain light tanks can be extremely difficult. I mean, look at that. You know, 5,000.
I wish you could have seen me in my T95 the other day on Paparaka.
Yeah, the 4,500 you did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
That was probably a fun match.
I blocked 3,600.
Look at this one.
It was fun.
We did 5,100, and we blocked 4,100, and then we assisted with 521.
That tank's stupid strong.
Oh, dude.
I don't care if it's
lower
against
plate,
10s or not.
The lower plate's weak, though, ever since they debuffed it, but they gave it speed so it can get into places now, which just make that tank is much more viable now. So rather than going 13, you know. Now, this guy right here, look at this. It's a fully upgraded VK4502B. Fully upgraded. You can see that by the edge of the barrel. Why did he go to a medium tank position when we needed him down in the heavy area? You know, if me and him were right next to each other, going down that left side, we wouldn't have been rushed like that. You know, the M103
Well, you
and
know-
the Conqueror wouldn't have just pushed in and gone nuts like that.
I don't
Instead-
know why half the people do what they do on this game sometimes.
Yeah, you know, it's that.
It's
That's
like, what
why.
do you- have you played
know.
before?
That's mean, Blade.
Well, you know.
But it's the honest truth.
I mean, granted, I'm not that good, and you know that. I don't.
I think you're a
pretend.
good player. You know, it's like
Well, I mean, I'm a maybe an average player, maybe a little above average, but I'm not like you. You're a much better player than I am, and I am not afraid to admit that.
it's like well, you know, I can kick back and say I do this, I do that, I do this, I do that, but I'd rather show people, you know, what they're doing wrong. Same thing about Star Trek. You know, I'd kick back on that game for hours and just try to help people on it.
The only thing I know is that playing with you has made me a better player,
Well, I'm happy to know that. You know,
and it's still making me a better player.
good.
Yeah, I'm still learning
Everything
from
takes
you.
time.
Yep. I
So
mean,
next
it's-
one's on Kasserine.
That's all right.
Yeah, Kasserine. I actually don't remember what tank I was playing in this one. It might be a light. There's a chance it's a light tank. It is a light tank. It's a snake bite. Yeah, we're still playing with Drunk Jones inside this match too.
Are you?
Yeah, this one's a middle tier though. You know, it's against tier 7s, some tier 6s, a couple tier 5s. You know, middle tier light tank. A
Right.
lot of light tank replays this week.
Well, you love your light tanks.
I know I
So
do.
you don't. Don't say you don't.
I can never say I don't.
You do better in a light tank than anybody I've run across yet.
Well, you know, don't say that to Turkey. Turkey might get offended. The microwave's loud.
I'm sorry.
Making me hungry, Blade. Why you do this to me?
Figure I'd be nice and make my wife a sandwich.
That's nice of you. Kasserine, man, there's a lot of spots in this map that you can go, and right here, I'm just screwing around. I'm like, you know what? The snake bike, it's got a top speed of 80, so let's use it. You know, just get up in there. 72 on a turn. You know, I'm afraid to see whenever they add the EBRs to the game, the wheeled light tanks. I feel like that's just going to be ridiculous because console's just so much different. Right off the bat, we're already up to 468 spot assist, trying to take some trick shots there, you know, ramping off of a hill.
The EBRs are going to break the game.
Oh, I believe it. And right here we got a, what is it, T-3485M trying to rush us and take us down, but all we're going to do is just play around with him. You know, he's not expecting our top speed. Some clutch braking action right there too. Ooh, he's already out. And right here, you know, a lot of the team is still behind us. They're still a ways out, but they're getting shots down. You know, we're already up to, just jumped up. Almost 1,500 total spot assist. You know, honestly, I feel like
Nice.
some of the tier 6 light tanks, if they were to give them more hit points and call them 8s, they would outperform some of the 8s.
Yeah.
For instance, the snake bite. I feel like the snake bite, if it would have like 1,300 hit points or 1,100 hit points and you threw it in the tier 8 just the way it is, gave it a little bit more penetration on its 75 millimeter,
Yeah.
it would probably be one of the most played light tanks in that category.
You're probably right.
It's just, what's up with all the ramping, you know? I think that
Yeah, I
was
was watching it at
penetration on the ramp.
flying through the air every time you turn around.
Oh,
Going.
I took no damage from that, and we're just... I was sitting here like, oh, please, no one shoot me. And here it comes. There we go. Oh, speaking of which, we watched a 4005 We watched a WZ-111QL flip over today, and 4005 flipping around to take a shot. And what happened is that as the 4005 finally lined up his barrel, the QL flipped. So when the 4005 took a shot, you know, it throws your tank up in the air. So where he was aiming, the tank's not there anymore. And oh, there it is. It was a ram. A good eye for an eye trade-off right there. But, I mean, honestly, you know, tier 6, 3,872 spot assist, 889 damage dealt. You know, it's like, that's just the way it is.
Right.
You know, make a difference in a light tank. All the way. Every single time you get the chance to, just pull it off. Because in a light tank, you can do it every single match. You know, you can get 3,000 spot assists. Oh yeah, no matter what tier you are. You can have a tier 4 light tank in a tier 10 game and still be just as effective as a tier 10 light tank. I mean, sure, you're not going to have the gun, you're not going to have the penetration, you might not have the same acceleration, but the difference is that the camouflage ratings never change. You know, they're always the same. So it's like if you have a 0.4 camouflage rating, it's 0.4 stationary and moving. That never changes.
That's nice.
Oh yeah, it's always nice. Light tanks are just fantastic little, you know. They're just evil.
Got to have a good crew though.
Oh, definitely gotta have a good crew.
Because I outspot light tanks in my medium, my Patton, and my mediums all the time.
You can. Honestly, drunk drones, you know, playing with them. This happened probably like Friday night. It was enjoyable. We had a lot of fun playing.
Yeah.
I know I enjoyed my time. And from that match in the
He
snake
looks like
bite,
he's a pretty good player.
yeah, he's a decent player. You know, there's a lot of honestly, he sticks with you. He's not like General. I'm sorry, General, if you're watching, but
Right.
yeah, he's not like General.
Yeah.
Or like me pulling a disappearing maneuver.
Yeah, you've done that a few times. Yeah, I was talking last night.
Oh no,
with my
flank
wife,
falling. Time to
And I was telling her,
disappear.
and I said, I was telling my wife last night, and I said, you know, I think when I first started playing with Trevor, I think he sacrificed so he could use me for cover.
That's so mean.
I go, he'd
Hey,
be like,
can you
yeah, go around there and push him. And I'd push him and I'd die, and you go, well, I'll use you for cover. Like, fucker.
Oh, I remember this match. This is a hold-up match. So we're in the compounds of 50 ton. Still playing with drunk drones. We had all these matches within just a short span of time playing with each other. We only played for like maybe 3 hours, but we got all these nice matches out of it. Now,
Right.
you know, there's a lot of things you can do to hold up a flank, and I think this replay is going to really show that off. You know, even though I'm in a medium, I'm middle tier, there's always ways to prevent pushes and just to hold up an area as long as possible. I mean,
Yeah.
even if it requires you to sacrifice yourself, you know, it's still good plays. And the compounds of 50 ton, there's something about this tank that I think is ridiculous, and it's its concealment rating. You know, for how well built this medium is. Look at this. I didn't get spotted until the last second.
I know, like my IS-3, I have literally sat on a corner and held off 5 tanks with that. And if they'd have known that that was just me there, I'm sure they would have rushed me. They had to not know, but they wouldn't push me. And we won because of it. Because
Yeah.
I held them at that corner. Allowed my team to kill the rest of them and come back around behind them and kill them.
Yep. So this position I rushed up to, this is a risky move because you have no idea what's around that corner. So trying the side scrape, backing up, and you know, get a few shots in, ricocheting a 750 from the Object 704. Absorption from the M103. Nichelle. Well, so far we've shot them both. And the time they both shot us, but we damaged them, they didn't do any damage to us. So the Kampfpanzer only has 40 millimeters of side armor. And that 704, he can just overmatch our side without a problem. So, like, it's always best to try and give him the tracks and just make him get absorbed. But so far, we're up to 1150 ricocheted, which, you know, once stats, the stat screen shows up is what I really want to show off, because just the amount of shots I took this match was just crazy.
Well, you didn't block that one.
Oh no, that 704, yeah, he can overmatch that side armor with that 152.
Yep.
You know, if I had like, you know, 50.8 millimeters of side armor, you know, I'd be able to just side scrape and auto bounce everything. But with 40 millimeters, I got to be careful against that tank destroyer. But against the M103s, the way that the top's angled, you can actually back out against them. So the 704 is like top on my list to take out. You know, he's number one to take out. And right here, he's just getting sick of us. You know, he's throwing high explosives now. He doesn't want to sit there and deal with that. He's just going to lob HE now.
Mm-hmm.
So, we haven't even shot any of our premiums rounds yet. We're still loading the standards.
Got to be pissed.
Beyond. You know, we're already up to 3,000 delta almost, 3150 ricocheted, and we just killed the yeah, right here I felt like I pulled out just a tad bit too far and I took a shot. Checking around the tank, I couldn't find a mark. There's no point in looking because it's probably under the side skirts and the side armor. Now, right here, you know, this is something that you can throw out. Pulling out against tanks, you don't always want to pull out against the guy that's the furthest out. You always want to pull out to the closest one. Unless the closest one...
Depends on their position.
Yeah, it does. Like this one here, the M103 that's closer in, you don't want to pull out against him because that's going to expose you to the other one. You know, because he's further out there. So he has better shots on hitting your plates or hitting your lower plate. But trying to just hold an angle a tad bit, you know, it can be nice. And then Leopard PTA comes out. I got hit in the tracks. I got tracked. PTA puts a shot into the lower plate. We're out. But, I mean, what I did was I held that flank. You know, there was only two of us there. We held the flank.
You blocked as much damage as you did.
Yeah. The trade-off was extremely nice. And then here's Drunk, you know, he's just by himself
he's
now.
Like,
against... Yeah. And right there, what Drunk just did, the lower plate of the M103, you know, you got a boat hull. So backing up on rubble as people are trying to shoot you in the boat hull, it drops that lower plate down and makes it impinnable. It makes your top armor pinnable, not the lower plate. Yep. And that's like the best way to do it. You know, if you got rubble behind you and you're driving an M103, even an OE5, you know, back up on that rubble just a tad bit, thicken up that lower plate. They take a shot into it because that's where they're aiming. That's usually where people always think to aim, and yeah, just immediately lose it, you know, no pin. So for Drunk Jones here, that was a good play on his part. And, you know, I'm kind of excited just to pause this. You know, once it jumps over and we open up the page menu here. So checking out the efficiency ratings and everything else. We only took on 3 tanks in total, but we did 3,000 damage. Oh, did I not go to the score screen that match? I don't think I did. I don't think I opened it.
3,500 block, 3,200 damage, 10 penetration.
Yeah, but I never opened the score screen inside the replay. That sucks. Because
yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
I didn't open up the individual stats.
Oh, no, you didn't do that.
Yeah, that's the one that I wanted to see. So, yeah, we never saw that. And another T95 replay on Himmelsdorf. You know, this is another one of those good ones that I wanted to use as well. But, you know, the second mark was perfect. But I got shot
You did?
22 times, and only 18 were non-penetrations in that match. Inside
That's
the
awesome.
compounds. Yeah, that was just a great run.
You took all that one guy's health.
All of it. You know. What? The compounds only has like 1,900 hit points, 2,000 hit points. Maybe less
Right.
than that. You know, but I did 3,200.
Right. Well, I know that. I don't think anybody else shot that tank destroyer. But
No, just me. Because he never came around the corner. And since he was never able to come around the corner, he wasn't able to put any shots into the team. You know, we
Yep.
kept him distracted the entire time there. T95, man. Such a great, solid tank. You know, it's like,
right. So I'm gonna drop out for a second because it's break time.
no problem. Be my guest. It's like,
I'll be
this
back
is
in
a
like
replay I
10.
want to jump into.
But yeah, I love the T95. It's one of my favorite tanks.
As a tier 9, yeah.
As a tier 9. Yep.
You know, it feels like a 10, but it's a 9.
What?
So what's up?
Oh,
Toto?
what up, Toto?
Oh, the time.
Right. I'll be back in 10.
It's like, I forgot to make the party invite only, thanks.
You're welcome.
It's like, we're gonna do that right now. It's like, Toto, if you want to, you watching the stream? Now it's like just going over replays right now. T95, you know, this position here, just Himmelsdorf, you can be so aggressive on Himmelsdorf. And the bad chat barely hit us. Probably hit that, the thickest armor up in the front. So barely did any damage to us. Well, still did over 100. Oh, taking shots from the side, so rather than stopping trying to aim in, we're just gonna slam the gas. Yeah. Oh.
Track is up. Let's move it. They've spotted us.
Well, some really fun stuff going on at the party here. KV4. That was a fun grind, going through that tank. There's a lot of fun grinds. A lot of tanks in this game. Oh, that's what I did. Wow. You know, I don't know how you can switch to game chat from the dashboard, but apparently you can. Is there like a whole community talking in the dashboard? That would be weird. Loads up the dashboard and that's all you hear is just a ton of people talking. That'd be obnoxious.
What? Like all 360 people? I mean, Xbox One people,
Just everyone that's at the dashboard.
right? That would be pretty insane.
I mean, you'd load in, just be like, whoa, what's going on here? It's like, why are there so many people? Alright, the low. Ooh, 732 straight into the rear. E50 off to the left. Honestly, the T95, I only put a couple of matches in it to get the replay. You know, honestly, the T95 is just such a solid tank. And if you know how to play it, it works out just extremely well. So. The low. Dude, point 0.4 gun dispersion, though, on the T95, it does hurt. You know, it's just, ugh, painful. That's why I kind of said it's more of a close quarters fighter than a long range. And boom, 691 straight into the side of the E50. He's just not having a good day. Ah, the low. Just
Are you watching replays or?
Yeah, just watching replays, going over replays. It's like, did you forget what we plan on doing for Mondays?
No.
Yeah, this is the second week of it. I don't know why I sat there so long trying to kill that low. I just wanted him out. I'm like, he's got enough penetration from up there at that 280 with his premium to just go
We
through our
started
top.
an hour and a half ago.
Yeah, we've been going for a while. There's a lot of replays. It's kind of nice that you're here, you know. We gotta wait for, crap, we gotta find a way to make this last just a little bit longer for Blade to get back, because we still have that one final replay. And Toto, you'll recognize it. At least I think. No, I don't think you will. We had it was Acid, Bark, me, and Toto. No, me and, holy crap, my brain's just dead today. It gave up just a second ago. Acid, Bark, Blade, and me.
Aw.
I think you might have been it. It's whenever Bark did the end solo, basically. Just one kill, but it's Bark, you know.
I'll put it this way, I don't remember playing with Bark for God knows how long.
Yeah, you know, probably because you're not on during the mornings. I'm usually on whenever I'm on at the night.
Hey, I've had a busy week, okay?
I believe it. I haven't seen it that much this week.
Are you, doing the Facebook thing or no?
No, we're not doing that because Blade, we can't seem to get his to work.
Oh.
What's up with me and punishing Yag Tigers inside T95? This is the second one.
I mean,
You know?
I could do it.
Well, no, I just mean we had another T95 replay just a second ago that we just bullied a Yag Tiger, and I killed this one. And then as we're coming out, boom, straight through the top. That 63mm plate in the T95 just can't stand to shots from that distance. You know, from coming up top. And right there, I made a mistake. You know, I would have been better off trying to hold my shell for a second to put it into that Maushin. You want to turn that down just a tad bit? And the low up top takes us out. Oh. Then I remember watching this went on for a minute. Yeah, there's still 3 minutes left of this. So we'll just go ahead slowly jump forward. That's an unupgraded Conqueror. He got a couple nice little shots in. Sitting on the base cap, couple of light tanks. The KV-4 in our team was 2 Mark II. I saw that and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But this one ended. So, high caliber, mastery badge, and we were getting close to our second
What?
mark immediately
You
after
tell
this
me
match.
that you face hugging the mashed and you can't shoot his lower plate, or you just chose not to?
If you're trying to shoot the lower plate aiming down, you're gonna bounce because of the angle.
Because you're so close to it?
Yep, it's because you got to aim down and then you're gonna just bounce right off it. Then again, like maybe if I would have aimed at the lower plate, I might have gone through because I was loading premium. You know, it's like that's why we're going over the replays. You know, because there's some moments to just you hit it and you just lose track. So I did want to use this for a review. This replay coming up. Oh, wait a minute. Ah, no, not this one. What am I doing? I'm being a blonde today. So we gotta go back. I believe it's this replay right here. It's on Canis. It should be inside the IS-4. So we should see this one pop up any second. Holy crap, dude. Load times right now. You know. Yep. IS-4. Nope. Wait, IS-4. No, this is the IS-6. Premium Matchmaking Tier 8. It's like, this match I was a little bit off. I was reading a couple of posts that were up while I was playing this match too. This one happened on Saturday. This wasn't that long ago. I'll probably find out on the score screen at the very end of the match.
Ooh. I did not know that the Germans were 30% off right now.
Oh yeah, dude, oh yeah. They did that a while ago. It's on track for all the German tanks right now.
All German tanks?
All of them. You know, additional experience and everything else. Yeah, it's pretty cool right now. And then they're doing a French and British up next that should be starting tomorrow.
Wait. So it's only a few days, and today's the last day for the
No,
German?
it'll be going on for a while, but they're doing a lot of on tracks for whatever reason. You know, the Hot Wheels event's coming to an end pretty soon. So I think what they're doing is that they're just trying to get people interested back into the game to do a couple more things. And right here I was reading a post and I looked back and I'm like, oh snap, STA2, and then all of a sudden I saw the awful Panther coming up, and right there he put a premium round straight through the cheek of the turret, which is kind of the downfall to the IS-6. It's only got a 150mm turret, but it's at such nice angles that it's just hard to pin. No. Oh, the Hydra. The Hydra would have been really cool to get. A couple of simple snapshots up on that Tiger. Aiming in, trying to break the engine this time, and engine is just second shot. Dude, that's got to be like the #1 thing that the Tiger 1 suffers from, is a broken engine. You know, the ammo rack's not too bad, but just engine, it's right in the front, you know, front place transmission, back engine, and just break it immediately. So under a 9-second reload inside the IS-6 right here. This is, yeah, this is just mean. I felt like such a bully by the time this match was over. So with the 175mm that you get with the IS-6, you know, you want to load a couple more premiums. They only get 217 pin, but it's enough to go through tier 9s. At 175mm, you struggle a tad bit with that amount. But you can work with if you know weak spots, but there's a couple of tier 9s out there that just even the weak spots are still over 200mm. So having those premiums usually helps out. And in a mill, honestly, the Emil, solid tank as long as you're not seeing 9s and 10s. Whatever your top tier, that tank is just a beast. It's kind of cool that they added the Barracuda, which is just basically a tier 8 premium version of the Emil. Oh yeah, all super well. It's nice to see you, Davis. It's been a minute. It's like you're catching us near the tail end of the stream here. It's like I kind of hope Blade gets back in time for the final video. Because I think all we got is one more replay after this one. Yeah, I noticed. I was thinking about you today. Like, I haven't seen Broodon for a minute. It's like, I hope he's alright. Because I got you put on my favorites tab, so whenever you jump on, I see it. Oh, the CDC. CDC for a black tank for the giveaway. I think that's a lot of people look at that tank and they think, no, you know, they're not going to get that. And then you got people like me that's like, yeah, I'm totally getting that. Now, I remember this fight was going on, and honestly, I wasn't paying attention to my ammo. And I didn't realize that I'm already down to my premium shells. I already fired all 10 of my standards. Think about right here, I realized that I had them loaded because of the travel time and the impact. But so far all we used was just 2 rounds. Alright, there's Blade, so we can do the last replay now. Nice. Good timing. No, the IS-6 though. With the preferential matchmaking that it has, it still holds up extremely well, even though it's been in the game for years. I think they buffed it a while back. Just increased the reload rate on the tank and just made it a lot better. Yeah, that's kind of what I did, Davis. I already had the T-34-3, not the Black Edition. I had the Senshi, which is basically the STA-2. But the CDC, I didn't have it, so I was like, why not? I'll just get the Black Edition. Basically, it's a free tank. It's a free $50 tank. So it's like, you know, I'm not complaining. That's nice.
Right.
Definitely. So, high caliber, first class mastery badge, top of the team with 4,349 damage inside the IS-6. You know, that was just a complete
Why go
steamroll.
for the CDC black when you could have gotten the 34-2 or whatever that medium is?
Because I already had no, it's a 34-3.
You already had the black edition?
No, I had the standard edition 2 marked. I don't want to go put another 200 matches on a tank. I'd rather pull out something new, you know? And that's
that's why I
CDC,
did
it's fast.
Because, yeah, I don't have the black one, but I got that tank.
Yeah, so it's like,
Just don't see
why
it-
get
I don't
a...
see a need to have two of them.
Yeah, it's
That's-
how I
that-
feel about
that-
the Sergeant Slaughter and the T-54. You know, I have both of them. Alright, so we got Bark, Blade, me, and Alpha inside this match. Yeah, Blade, you'll recognize this one right away.
Oh, yeah.
This is a good
one.
run.
Yes, it was.
See, I already have the 34-3 and the CDC, so
Yeah, the STA-2? Or the Senshi?
that's... Is that tier 8?
It's Tier 8, yeah. It's Japanese.
The Senshi? No.
Yeah, that's a Heroes War Chest one. So, like, if you don't have that, and you already have the CDC and the T-34, I'd just say get the STA.
Oh, that's right. I was in the Hawk 30 in this one.
Yeah. And-
we were all
Were-
red lights.
Were you running the three shot or the single?
The Hawk 30 only
Okay.
has a single.
Yep, I was just running a single shot.
Oh.
Yeah,
Hawk
you're
30.
talking about the 4 new
The Tiger Shark?
reskin
Yeah.
tanks that all have, you know, 3-barrel shots, and they out-reload the Vanguard and have better view range and decent concealment. You know, they're just all overall just ridiculous.
You know, for my 8 and ups, I should probably put the 6-year mark on them.
Screw that, go put a 1-year mark and go do 5,000 damage.
What, make them think I'm a noob?
Best way to do it.
Oh, hey, it's a noob. Let me just go get in his face. Gets in his face. Gets pummeled to death.
It gets knocked out. That would suck, you know. But it does sound funny. You know, just go grab a tier 7, put a year 1 mark on it, make everybody else feel bad.
Wait,
That's horrible.
what? Trevor? Or Dalton? Wait, fuck. I don't know.
Your brain is giving up. What?
For some reason, it's letting me put the limited edition 1-year mark emblem on my Super Pershing,
Well, yeah,
and I
probably
only
because
have
you
6
had
of
it
them.
whenever it first came out.
Probably. Ooh, I wonder if
Yeah,
Okay.
Clarence, that it would be
So
funny.
does it know where to
In
go?
my opinion, it'd be really funny. This match, though, this is a really good match. You know, the boards were evened out for quite some time in the very beginning.
I see one of them. Target locked.
You know, trying to honestly, the Vanguard was, you know, number 1 on my list to try and take down, because the speed of it, the camouflage of it, it's something you don't want to stay up. You know, you want to try and take down all the light tanks that you can. Right here, you know, I believe here comes Alpha, and we're just gonna double team this poor little Panther. Yep, there's Alpha.
I was sitting up that corner playing with that other light up there.
Yeah. I remember you saying that was a bad spot that you went to because you got hit pretty hard.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't. Once I got in there, I couldn't get out.
Yeah, you just stuck.
Yep, you're stuck there.
I wonder if I can put it on the Death Star.
If you had it during year 1, you should have marks.
Oh, come on. It doesn't even show that I had... I have a feeling I sold the OE5
During that event? Nah,
during that event.
I think that my E100 has the marks. My M48 Patton, my T11 OE5. I think I have a few tier 9s that had the marks too. A couple tier 8s and a few tier 7s at the time.
Damn it, and that's why you don't sell your tanks.
Yeah.
If I hadn't have sold it, I bet you I'd have had it
Oh
on
no,
my
it, like
E100.
I sold my Patton whenever I bought it back. I still had the mark for it. So you keep the mark. But so far,
I
Assuming
didn't
that
manage to
you
get out of that corner.
had owned said
I think you might have
vehicle
died.
during that time.
No, I'm still alive.
Yeah, is Alpha the one
I
that got
wasn't-
taken out?
I got. No.
Because I remember
Oh.
right here, our base defense was falling apart just a tad bit. I wanted to pull back and just try and get some more spotting in, just to keep everything lit up.
I thought I got killed on the other side of the map right when I poked up.
And Bark's putting in work, you know.
Oh yeah, with his.
So yeah, we're
Tank
up to
destroyer.
2,000 damage dealt with 2,600 assisted so far. Jumped up to 2,800 assisted. Now we're still on a roll. Striker off in the distance. Honestly, that Striker, you know, that's a very solid tank destroyer with the 268 Penegets, and I believe it's like an 8-second reload, but just the penetration, and it starts off with APCRs. It's standard with 268. Honestly, if you're top tier, it's all you need to load. It's just the standards. You know, just trying to call out to the rest of the team to try and hold that position right there, and
I wonder
See
if
if
I
anybody
had
wants
my
to fall back.
VKB. I
was
doubt
the
it,
VKB
yep.
in year 1? Because I don't think the mouse was in the game year 1, was it? It might have been. Or they might have added it later. You know, I can't remember how I died in this replay. Did I get shotgunned? So we take out the VK100. No, just consistently on the move. I knew I should have fallen back though. I remembered like thinking to myself, I should have went back to the first part of the area with Bark and just kicked back with him to be his eyes. But I did something just absolutely stupid that I shouldn't have done. Which was, I think it was get aggressive against this T-28. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
I got hit with a high explosive shell from the Ferdinand.
Yep.
Oh, speaking of which, Ferdy or yeah,
What do you, oh, the Yak Panther 2 or Ferdinand?
for the 8. Yeah,
Honestly,
for the 8.
do you want to be fast or do you want to be armored? Because the Yak Panther 2, it's got armor, it's got auto ricochet potential. But then the Ferdinand's just got really thick armor, good for side scraping.
That Ferdinand got a lucky shot in on you.
Yeah, I did. And right here, you know, I'm telling Bark, use the trees, don't sit out in the open.
You get spotted because you run over a tree.
Well, no, I already knocked down the trees prior. You know, I've been running over trees a lot more, just knocking
And
them
you-
down
You died
to create foliage for the
on
team.
my screen.
Right there, I'm telling him to hold his shots. You know, you don't want to take a shot unless you can actually hit. And right there, he's down to 180 hit points, and all we got left is a Craft Panther and the artillery, which I think the artillery was a 40-43. Ooh. Oh, yeah, I remember just this whole match, you know. we're sitting there like, oh, it's game over. it's Bark. You know, like you guys stand a chance. Just don't rush up. You know, everybody's low health by this point. Everybody's low health.
Yep.
And I do remember, you know, the Ferdinand pops up, and I remember telling Bark, you know, aim at the Ferdy, take out the Ferdy, and just he takes out the AMX instead, which honestly I think would probably be the best bet for that. Yeah, that's actually the whole reason why we're doing Monday Madness. We're just going over replays and seeing what we could do better, or just things that did go well to try and, you know, duplicate that. And right here, you know, I was telling Bark to shoot the Ferdinand, and instead, boom, AMX is out. Honestly, I think taking out the AMX right away was, you know, the safe bet, because the Ferdinand's got a long reload, and if the Ferdinand misses, you know, it's like, either way, he was a one hit for both those tanks, and that's the way to look at it. Oh yeah, this is intense. You know, it's just him. You know, we're all sitting there like, don't move, stay there. You know, got shots in the Ferdinand, shoot him. And I think he was saying that the house is in the way. The house is in the way. And then boom, he gets spotted because the Ferdinand got up too high, and just immediately we're just like, you know, don't try it, you know, get in cover. There's artillery. You know, artillery missed, luckily. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, but he was. I mean, as soon as he was spotted, he needed to move.
Yeah, like immediately. And Bark doesn't tend to do that, you know. And right here, I think we
Why
told...
isn't he shooting at Ferdinand?
The building was in the way, and right here, I told Bark rush, you know, rush, because the auto proc didn't go off and the building broke, which means the Ferdinand's now on a reload. So, boom, Ferdinand's out, Bark's just driving straight down the center line, artillery's already taken 2 shots and missed both, and right here, the RD aims up his gun knowing that it's game over. He's not even moving. And there's Bark with the final shot.
I'll see that in about 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, already
That-
just hit behind.
That
hit
one
in
went
front of
really
the-
well, to be honest. You know, that was a good run. No, we got a scout medal, we got patrol duty. We took second place with 2,400 assisted. Well, no, 2,800 assisted and 2,400 dealt. So, you know, that was a good run. Like, the whole team did good, honestly. I think everybody in that replay kind of just, they were up on top of the board there. So let's go ahead and jump here. And yeah, you know, top 5 positions. Blade, you took 6th, but it's like, honestly, we're all near the top. You know, we're all near the top. Like, that was just a really good run. Well, we're out of replays. So.
Well, time to start playing.
Yeah, so that's actually we're gonna call the stream right here this time. You know, the replays are up. It's 2 hours in, and yeah, man, if you guys liked it, leave a like. You know. Other than that, it's like I have no clue what videos we're gonna try and do this week.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we will. You know, get a good match in a tank. Honestly, I think I might just try and do some lower tiers. Pull out some tier 5s and go check out the tier 5 matchmaking. Other than that, you guys have a great day, and yeah, you know, try and get a video out this week. A couple of them, maybe 2. One Wednesday, one Friday, maybe, and then jump on during the Saturday stream. The Saturday stream this week should be tier 4s and lower the whole stream. So we're just gonna go sil clubbing. Not really sil clubbing, helping out a new player get into the game. No, you guys have a great day. See you on Saturday.